Hey, Mark,
And we're live.
we are. We're going to tie some jigs again tonight.
I like to do that.
We
Uh,
did you come up with a name out of your pool for last week's?
yeah, the name was, hold on a second. I'm getting back in there. I was looking at it and had a hard time coming up. I know it started with a, how do you say that? A THA, they,
The
the,
that.
fiery ginger, something like that. Let me take a look here. I got to do a search here on the, uh, uh, let's see. There's nothing in there under. Let's see here. Fire. So, how are you doing today, Lyle?
Doing real good. I got on a lawnmower this afternoon for a little while and
Uh huh.
rode my yard, and I'm a little sore. I'm not used to steering something with that power steering, but it's all good.
Yeah, that manual steer makes for a long.
I don't know if it's the fact that my shoulder's not healed up really good because both of them hurt, or it's just the fact that I'm just too damn old to be doing so much stuff.
Uh,
You know me.
hey, if anybody in chat can, for some reason, I'm not finding it on the Panfish Weekly page what the winning name was. I saw it earlier, and then when you go back to view it, it doesn't show you all the same view. New activity. Hold on a second. We'll go to recent activity and see what
I
comes
have
up.
it right here.
What was the winner?
The winner is the Angry Ginger
The Angry Ginger. That's fitting
with
of that one.
20 votes. Had 9 votes for the Chili Pepper, 3 votes for Kansas Fire, 2 votes for the Flaming Chicken, and 1 vote for the Ginger Ninja. Um, there was a couple more here. 1 vote for Brim Burner and 1 vote for the Dockery Angry Tail. Um, that was by Stan Smith, which Stan, that was a great name. I can't believe it got passed up. But some of the others just didn't make it. But the Angry Ginger, it is.
Cool. The Angry Ginger. It's the first one of the Lyle Stokes Jig Company. I'm not going to bring any of those other names to any attention in chat.
Or how they come to be about.
This is true.
Now,
Uh,
do we have a disclaimer tonight? We did last week.
I don't think. Well, I'm going to behave tonight. I'm taking it easy. I went out with my wonderful wife last night, which is one of the reasons why I took my show off of Friday nights. Is I wanted to gain or spend a little more time with her and Coco and hanging out. We went out with some friends that we haven't seen for a little while, so I'm actually set tonight. I'm going to have a little bit of Diet Pepsi, maybe some water later, and
Well,
I
I
think
had
I'll be good.
water, last week, although people thought it was something else, it was water, and it is again tonight. One of your friends called my wife and reminded her of a test I'm supposed to have done.
Who could that be? Could it be somebody that should not be going out fishing tomorrow on a bad leg?
It could be that guy.
It could
Yeah.
be.
What a
Okay. Yeah,
hoser.
maybe we ought to give that disclaimer because if he happens to find his way in here, there could be hell to pay.
Yeah. You're right about that. I would never do stuff like that to him. Uh,
Absolutely not.
it's just unheard of. I don't think grown men should do that to each other, but he does not hold to that moral compass, I guess.
Hey, Lyle, I know I told you about this right before we went on, but I wanted to share this with everybody in chat. I ended up finally getting my jig tying supplies in the mail today. So maybe next time we do this, maybe you can walk me through a few and we can do these together.
Absolutely. We can do an unboxing, and you can and go through over what you
I
got.
don't know if I can wait that long. I think I might want to get a little bit of practice in before we do that. Even some minor stuff, at least that whip finisher. I've been looking at videos on that, trying to get that figured out. So
Well, that's something that just takes time, and Eric Massey has a really good video about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have problems, we'll just, like I say, we'll turn it on just
Check it
like
out.
this, and we can do it public or private, either one, and you can just mimic what I do, and it'll work for you.
I
But
think
it
that'll
does
be fun.
take practice. It just does. Now, folks, if you see me stuff pop up on the screen, it's because I'm really in tight quarters here, and if I hit the microphone or something else, then that's what's going to cause that. But to hold with the color of what we're doing tonight, we're going to have another new jig. And Mark, are we going to do a poll on this so we can
I
get?
think we'll do a poll on this too. Are you willing to give some away tonight, Lyle?
I am, yeah.
All
The
right.
ones that we build probably. Um, this is one I've been building several of, and I will give you a sample of it. This one, I don't know how it'll show up. Let me find my do
Those
more.
green screens make it tricky.
Well, they do, and that's why I'm going to turn it off when I'm doing this. But this one happens to be green and purple, chartreuse and purple. I will probably do chartreuse and black tonight. I don't know if you can see that at all or not. No, you can't.
A little bit.
I'll put it up later once I turn this off.
Sounds good.
But you'll be able to see a little bit better then. But
yeah, that green screen makes it a little hard to
well,
show a lot of stuff on
it's
there.
just green behind it. I mean, I can do that now as far as that goes. Let's see. We're going to turn it off anyhow.
You're going to give people a look behind the veil to your secret rod building wall?
There's really not that much behind it, but it's what it's going to be is just it's just going to be green.
Oh, because you have your green screen up. Okay, that makes sense. While you're doing that, maybe I should start. Oh, there you go.
So I can get this little baby up. Now, people may or may not like this jig. I think it's very colorful. It reminds me of something, and I have a name for it, but we'll let the people decide.
You might turn it the other way so so it's upside down. Well, it's right side up, I should say. You know, with the what are those the scissor looking things called? The
forceps.
Forceps hanging down. It's like put the handle up so it's sitting like if it was sitting on a line. You know, with the hook point up. If you can do that, perfect like that. Oh, well, gotcha. And it's got the purple belly. That's pretty neat.
Yep.
Very cool.
We're going to try to do these tonight and see if anybody likes them. Nobody may like them besides me, and but I'm probably going to do them in green and black. Here's actually, this is a couple that I done earlier today, and I really, really like these. I have a name thought up for these. I don't know if it'll be what people want, but we'll let them decide.
Those are pretty nice. I like the flash.
It's got the black on it. This has two kinds of flash in it and 3 colors of ducktail on the back side of it. Starts out with yellow, goes to orange, and then to red, and then it's green and black wrapped on a black jig head.
Cool.
So I really kind of like these. We'll see how they go tonight.
Everybody in chat saying how much they like them. They all dig them. So, hey, let me start saying hello to some people here while you're getting set up over there. What do you think, Lyle?
Absolutely. And then I'll tell you what I think the name should be, and we'll go from there.
That works. You know, you can name it whatever the heck you want it, no matter what they say. It's all up to you.
Letting people watching us do it more.
I kind of like that idea too.
That's kind of fun, but
all right, I see.
I think it is.
I see Betty in here from a Couple Crosses Fishing. You know, I'm starting to think that Betty has that A Couple Crosses Fishing, so she shows up first on the list every week. You think there's some truth to that or what?
There could be. There could be.
We have Air Run in the house, Avid Fisherman, Dale Hayslip, Daniel Ishmael, Eric Burnside, Fishing with the Chad. Get hooked on D Fishing. Hello, D. James Dockery Fishing. Is that? No, I'm not going to confirm or deny if that was who we were talking about earlier. J Dog's Gone Fishing, Justin's Fishing Fetish, Maurice Kaysen, Michael Morello, I got it right this time, believe it or not. Mike, Irvin, Muskrat Adventures, what's going on, Roger? There's some Panfish Weekly character in my list. What's going on? Papa Ed, Parker Pursuits, Setting Hooks and Crossing Eyes. What's up, Ryan? Tara Blackburn, and The Weekend Angler.
Oh, Mr. Josh.
Move the new to you boat. I thought we were going to start with that today. Ace Catfishing. What's going on, Greg? See if I missed anybody. We'll go through it again. Go back to participants. Thank you, everybody, for coming on and spending some time with us. We're going to hang out tonight, tie some jigs with Lyle, have some fun. I might have Parker. Not Parker, I'm sorry. I might have Mo Creek Fishing. Rob, come on. I was just looking at Parker's name.
That'd be cool.
Oh, boy. We're getting messages already. I don't think you want to look at them, Lyle.
Really? Should
yeah,
I?
I think yeah, you might want to.
That's kind of scary, but yeah, I will. Let's see. I'm not sure. From James. What kind of bobbin do I use? The bobbin that I use is I have two of them. Actually, these was bought for decorative wraps on fishing rods, and I just brought them over to the jig tying table. I don't know what brand they are. You can get bobbins about anywhere. If you look at these, when I get down, you'll see that they're kind of twisted, and that's from using bigger spools of thread on them than it's actually supposed to be used on them. But I do that all the time. Hey, there's Maurice Kaysen.
I see that. I was just going to say hello to him. And Thomas Littlepage.
Maurice is in every live feed that I see. Yes, I'm so happy that he cares enough about the sport. That's just way cool.
I agree. I see him in everything. I'm just kind of reading through the chat stuff, so I'll bring anything to your attention.
I don't know what that message is on there about, but you're going to have to talk to your brothers.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. Do I have to? What's up, Stan?
No. I don't guess so, if you don't want to.
So you were saying you were cutting the lawn today. I spent the day making a video. I got to work on the thumbnail and stuff. Hopefully it'll be out tomorrow or during the day.
I'm excited about that. You
Monday.
talked a little bit about it. I think that'll be really cool.
So I was happy to get that done. It's surprising how when you come a little further along and you want to make them look so much better, that how much longer it adds onto there, like a couple of minutes. So
it does, and that's just with everything that we do at this end of it. But I think that you'll be thrilled with everything that you're doing. And anytime you spend more time doing something, it ends up being more worthwhile.
It does, and the more time you spend doing it, the faster you get. So it's
exactly
kind of a thing. So I'm hoping that'll work. There's some guys out there, even in chat, that are editing machines. I don't happen to be one of them, but I do enjoy it for the most part. I get really frustrated when I first start, when I have this huge mess of media to put together, and it's just mind-boggling how to get the stuff to make sense. So
right now,
Mike Chavez is in here. He got some big fish on the boat today. Did you happen to see those?
I seen the pictures of it. But Mike, when I got to know Mike Chavez, it wasn't about his cooking; it was about his fishing. I used to watch his videos on fishing and stuff, and he done extremely well with those. And then all of a sudden, I found out that he done cooking videos, and I've been a hungry camper ever since.
And you got me hooked on that one guy's barbecue channel. Chud's Barbecue. I binge watched that last night when I got home from the wife till about 3 a.m, Lyle. She was not very happy with you when I said it was all your fault.
Oh, thank you so much. Sheila, you have to understand that men and fishing and men and barbecue kind of go hand in hand.
Absolutely. She doesn't mind it too much either. As long as it isn't too smoky, she'll have it. She's got a thing if it's when there's a lot of smoke flavor. Me, on the other hand, just shy of mesquite, and I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'll double pecan smoke it for the whole smoke, cook it in a boat rather than wrap it for the crutch, and I'm good to go. But her, not so much.
I had a big pecan tree taken out of my backyard a few years ago, and I didn't save near enough of that. But that's the way it goes.
Betty says she likes using sparkly nibbles. Betty, I might have a video for you in a week that might change your mind.
Sparkly nibbles.
On nibbles altogether, so stay tuned on that. But yeah, I watched his, he made these things he called pork wings.
Mm-hmm.
So like a whole rear quarter of a hog, he cut all the hams out, cut everything out, and then he deconstructed the actual shank and made like 2 chicken wing looking things.
Yep.
That was pretty darn good.
It looked awesome, didn't it?
It looked really good. Hello, Rocco. How are you?
Looked really good. I'm sure it was. I don't know if that lady that does them with video films, his wife, his girlfriend, his next door neighbor, don't care.
Invite me over.
She gets to sample a lot of stuff that I wish I could, you know, and a couple other buddies of his at different times. But yeah, man, the guy can do it.
I always end up coming back to food. So
yeah. Now, did you happen to load that little excerpt that I was talking about?
I actually do have it ready to go.
I have a name for this jig.
Okay.
And, you can put the names in there as you want, or people can recommend them to you.
Mm-hmm.
No difference to me. I thought a great name for it would be Katie's Chickens.
I think that's a good idea. You might need to share the screen so people can get an understanding of why.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to take my earphones off because I'm going to need to do this so people can hear this. But hopefully we won't get a copyright strike from Mr. Dockery.
Hope not.
I hope not. Hold on, people. Here we go.
That's a classic. That is a classic.
That's one of my favorite shorts yet.
Oh, absolutely. And,
mega kudos to James for doing that. That was very creative and very well executed. And that Katie probably thought of that, and she's the one that coached him through all that.
I'm guessing that's probably the case.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
James thinking of something that cool is, well, it's James.
Mm-hmm. So that was great. If you guys haven't seen that, you can go over to James Dockery. Actually, I'll post the link straight. Well, you can go there after the show. You guys hang out here with us. Dan's Creations and Adventures in the house. He's saying something. Kind of zoom by. Maurice liked it. He gave angry faces and he's laughing at the same time. Well, he's got a bunch of angry faces. So he even threw a couple of vomit faces in there. Wow.
Oh, my.
The Weekend Angler, Josh, message me offline. I'll be happy to fill you in on that. The whole deal on those.
Josh.
What were they calling him? The Weekend Pickler?
Ditch Pickler, wasn't it?
A Weekend Ditch Pickler, that's right.
He's going to be a dad again. Bless his heart.
Are they going to be called Gherkins?
I think they're going to name this child Lyle and Mark.
Lyle. I thought maybe he'd call it their little gherkin. Like a gherkin pickle. Those little ones, Lyle? Those little pickles?
Yeah.
Aren't they called gherkins? That's his little gherkin?
As long as he don't name it Chad James or Chadwick James or something silly like that. You know,
We have Ace Catfish and say we need a Jolly Santa. We're gonna wait till we get closer to Christmas, I think, before we work on that. I think Santa is all Christmased out. It's only March. Actually, it's March already.
Yeah, it is. I agree already.
I was out in the backyard for a minute with Coco today, and I can almost get to my barbecue grills. I only got like maybe 8 inches of snow left on my deck, waiting for it to melt.
Are you kidding me?
No, I still got it. I'm waiting for it to melt. I won't touch it with a shovel, so I don't want to scratch up the finish on it. So,
wow, do we need the camera up like this?
No, we're good. Why don't you go switch back to show people what they're doing? They like to watch this. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of Mo Creek Fishing, see if he's wanting to come on. I didn't see him in chat. I saw that Josh, Weekend Angler, was saying he was going to pour himself something to drink tonight. Is anybody else? A cocktail, or he actually said a shot.
That's okay.
That's okay too. I'm good with them. What's going on, Roger?
Josh and Christina are some really super fine folks. Regardless of what the Chad and Mr. Dockery says about them, they really are outstanding people. And for anybody that has not seen Josh's videos, you probably should go over and check him out, because he does really good job on fishing videos too. Even if he does keep the boat in the yard in Christina's way.
Yeah, we might have to send a protest over to his house. Help his wife out.
I'm thinking so, yeah. Whoop, I dropped the ball there. One of the things that, for you guys that's doing this yourself, just remember when you're doing these wraps around here to keep them good and tight. It'll keep you from having problems down the road. And the reason that I put the fingernail polish on underneath of this is simply so that I don't ever have to worry about it coming unwrapped. When I build these, I'm just like everybody else. I want you to lose it before it would ever come apart. And I'm pretty sure that'll happen. I come up, actually, Cindy helped me pick this out with a new tool I'm going to bring up here in a minute. It works out really good for cutting thread in these tight spots.
Are you not supposed to use a razor blade?
Probably not. I dropped something there. I don't need that. Yeah, you're probably not supposed to. I've been doing that for years, cutting stuff with rod building.
I've seen you do that a couple of times.
Yeah, we did do that at night and stuff. But Cindy helped me pick out I don't know what they called it, but man, does it work really neat for cutting thread. And I'll get it out here in a little bit.
I just sent Rob an invite.
Okay.
He should be popping in here. He'll let me know when he gets in here. Just checking messages and stuff. People out there sharing the link, which we always appreciate.
Oh, Cindy said it's called a seam ripper.
Seam ripper.
A seam ripper, yeah.
I know what a seam ripper is. My wife has plenty of those.
I'm thinking it's like a Dockery ripper, only different.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Tom Harris? How are you?
Now, for those of you that like this kind of stripe in the back, as you see, they're not very hard to do. It's just like anything else, time consuming.
That's actually the belly on the jig, correct?
That's the bottom of it, yes.
That's the bottom.
Now, this is not one of my better ones for some reason. It just doesn't look to me like it turned out really whoopee. But this is the tool I was telling you about. You can just take the whole thing and go boop.
Oh, yeah, that's a seam ripper. My wife has a couple of those. She threatened my life if I ever touched it.
Really? You might ought to buy your own then, because I'm thinking
I might have to.
You're going to want one.
I think Rob is Rob on down in the green room.
I can't see him yet.
I can actually see the corner of your laptop, your corner of your screen.
Oh, okay.
I thought I saw two people below. Oh, that would that be you, or would that be somebody else?
Me and you.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm kind of watching for him, and
he might have to get out to his shop.
What's that?
He might head out to his shop.
Oh, okay. The fingernail polish that I use for the most part for finished stuff is called Hard as Nails. It's made by a company called Sally Hansen's. He's coming in now.
There we go.
Rob.
Hey, y'all. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Chance. Oh, you're coming in loud and clear. It sounds perfect, man.
Good deal.
That's a good, Go ahead, Rob. I kind of talked over you. I apologize.
Oh, that's fine. My fault. I've been tweaking with this computer a little bit, trying to fine tune everything a little bit.
Sounds terrific. Oh, it's not too bad. Once you get it locked in, you get it locked in.
Right.
Hey, real quick, Justin, Lyle, Justin saying that Dockery never said thank you for the jigs he sent him.
Justin has to understand it. That's just James Dockery.
You'll get that with him.
And many other things too.
Absolutely.
How you doing tonight, Rob?
Doing great. How you doing, Lyle?
Not bad for an old guy.
Hey, there you go.
It makes
Speaking
two
of
of us.
guys, he was on Dockery. He he can't spell. I found that out last week.
Wait a minute. There's no way he's worse than I am.
Well, I don't know, Mark. First off, he blamed the post office for 2 weeks over these decals he was going to send me. And Katie sent me a picture of the envelope. Katie sends me a picture of the envelope, and Dockery misspelled it. There's no way Katie did that.
I would have to agree with that.
I think I've got about one more jig before I'm out of this spool.
Did you get the stickers?
They're back on the way.
They're on the way.
Yeah, and it worked out good because I had her cut me some numbers for the registration numbers for the kayak.
Oh,
so
perfect.
It was all good. Yeah,
perfect.
I want to explain to these folks while they're watching that the jigs I'm tying on tonight are Arky jigs. They come from Walmart. I had a back stock of them, and I'm trying to use them up. And they come with a collar on them, and I cut that collar off and make them look like this because I don't want to wrap over that collar. So if you happen to get a chance to buy jigs like that, and Walmart will run them on sale sometimes to where they're really, really cheap, that's the time to stock up on them. Go ahead and buy them and just get your pair of side cutters and go around that and whack that collar off of there if you don't want to fool with it. And the hooks and stuff are high quality, good stuff, and they are extremely sharp. So don't be afraid to use them. I just don't like to tie on that collar. It just a pain in the ass for me, so I don't do it.
Roger says he needs everybody's stickers for his backdrop.
Everybody stickers for his backdrop. Ooh,
Betty. You know what? Lyle, you might need to take Betty's wrench away so I can time her out. She's being mean to me.
I'm not sure I can do that.
I'm going to message her right now and let her know that she needs to be nice to me. Betty, look at your messages.
I'm pretty sure that she don't care.
How does that usually work out for you, Mark?
It works out. It usually turns into a week-long battle with Miss Cross.
Right. Sure.
I have something to show you Rob, you might like. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but I have.
Has anybody seen them yet publicly?
I don't know if they have now.
I'm just going to have to put Katie on the account. I told Doctor that about a month ago.
Open up a business account with her.
I'm thinking they're pretty cool. I like it. I see no reason for there not to be one of them on every automobile in the United States.
I agree.
So, it's good that you mentioned that cutting the collars off of those jigs, because I have my eyes on a couple of ones they sell over at Farm and Fleet from Acme Bait and Tackle Company. They got some ones with some really cool, like 3D eyes on them, but they had the collars on them, which kind of kept me from buying them.
Carping Down Under. Did we go through this last week? And
we did.
We did. From South Africa or somewhere?
It's either South. I think it's South Africa, if I'm not mistaken.
Welcome to Panfish Weekly. Wow, impressed.
Oh, James Dockery did not like your sticker, or I don't know. He's kind of flustered. Maybe it's from the mere beauty of that sticker. You want to show it again for him? It might have just brought a tear to his eye.
Just so you all will know, these may come available at some point, and if not, I know a guy that has a PDF form of them. So
you can make your own.
Just be only poetic justice that Katie would cut them out for us. Right?
I don't think it. I don't even know if it was her that did those. We cannot confirm or deny.
Right.
Oh, mercy. What more fun can you have on a Saturday evening than screwing with James Dockery? I mean,
you can screw with James Dockery with a glass in your hand. That might help it a little bit.
If I had a glass in my hand, there'd be a lot more of it going on. I promise you, I'd never let up.
Welcome, Ohioan for Life 42. Welcome. I think that's a new one today. We're up to 37 in the chat. That's always nice to see. So what'd you spend the day doing today, Rob?
Went fishing with Dad. We managed about half a dozen crappie apiece, so that was okay. They're getting ready to come in. I can't wait. But,
I was just telling Lyle there's still a foot of snow on my darn barbecue deck. You guys are talking about the crappie. You guys are talking about crappie being in.
Right.
I saw Parker post a picture of one nice one on Facebook today. That had me all like pouty and crabby when I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. That was nice.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
We're rubbing it in, Mark.
He didn't mean to, but he did.
Right.
I know another guy out there that's pretty crabby because he hasn't been fishing in a while. And he's not supposed to go fishing tomorrow either, Lyle. We got to make sure that
he's not supposed to be on his foot, but he's being a big old girl about it. That's not good.
He has the link to come on, right? Just in case he wants to defend himself.
Yeah, he does.
That's okay, Parker. I hope you brought that fish home with you with 4 or 5 more.
And see, when that happens, you kind of got to just start all over. I run out of thread on that spool, and I should have just went and got one. I thought I could squeeze it out.
You said you had enough. Well, you can keep tying. You don't need to start over. I've seen a couple of guys that you sent me the links to. They actually just start back up with the fresh spool when they break the line.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get another spool of thread here.
Dockery is talking about sending Chad messages, and I don't see it in a group message from them guys. So this could not be good.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Anything them two got, they connive.
What's up, Papa T? Tom Harris, a.k.a. Papa T. How are you? You know who sent me a friend request today?
No.
Mr. Eric Massey. I was thrilled to see that. I didn't even know he had a personal Facebook account. So I know who to message when I have questions if you're not available, Lyle.
Eric is a wonderful resource. He knows his stuff, and he actually will message you back and visit with you and help you out. He's just a cool dude. And I got to tell you, he is really, really good at painting these jig heads. You don't paint them. I can't think of the name of what they call what he does.
Powder coat, yeah.
Powder coat them. Yeah, he powder coats them. And they come out really, really nice.
Twisted Fishing TV says he was in my neck of the woods. I'm not familiar with Stillman Valley. Let me look that up. I'll tell you exactly how far you are from me, or were from me today. Says he picked up a boat up there. Hopefully it was
Oh man, nice, Frank.
a big old boat, Frank. Let me take a look real quick. This is a pretty laid back show on. Well, you've been in here on Saturday night, so we kind of just hang out, see what's going on. 72.
We basically hang out and make fun of your brothers.
Frank, you're about an hour and 15 minutes from me, so you weren't that far. You were pretty close.
How far are you out of Rockford, Mark?
I am 30 minutes from Rockford, so about I want to say 28 miles. So yeah, he was an hour and 3 minutes away from me. I'm like at well, you wouldn't be familiar. I'm at like 90 and Route 47 in Illinois, if anybody knows where that's at. So Huntley area, Woodstock, out between there.
I cut the wrong kind, so I'm going to save that.
Oh, the weekend angler's complaining about not having a wrench, so he brought his own tonight. That's okay. I think we're going to keep the wrenches to a minimum. We already need to take Betty's away from her. Oh wait, she retracted that mean message she sent to me.
Did she now?
She did, so maybe she felt guilty.
I actually, when we started this, I specifically asked Betty if she would be a part of it, and she agreed to, because there was someone in a chat on Catfish Weekly, I don't know, sometime back, that said something that was kind of all the beaten path, and she jumped all over. I was so proud of her. It was very cool.
And Chad's out here threatening you in chat.
Me?
He says if you keep making those comments, Dockery and him are submitting that paperwork to the home they talked about. SK's crappie catching adventure. What's going on, SK? How you doing, bud? SK's live feed was as informative as always. I was kind of working on some stuff, but I definitely had it on in the background.
It was good. His show is on Wednesday nights late in the evenings. If you guys get a chance, go over and check him out. He's got some of his buddies that come in there with him. They're awesome. I'm going to have to get a new vice. This and just keeps loosening up on me. But, yeah, he does really good, and his buddies that come in there with him are awesome. They're all great fishermen. And Limits Tackle is one of them, and Bluegill. I can't remember the other guy's name.
Ketchum, I believe.
Ketchum, yeah. I'm not sure if them's real names or if they are just nicknames, but it doesn't matter. They're a great bunch of guys, and all together they put on a wonderful show. So if you get a chance to check that out on Wednesday nights, you probably ought to do it.
Catfish and Crappie's my real name, Lyle. Did you know that?
It's your real name? Okay.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
No, did not know that. That's a new one on me. But I'm impressed.
So what'd you end up catching today? How many crappies you get a hold of?
We got about half a dozen apiece. We didn't set the pole on fire, but I got to spend half a day with Dad. That was a good time. We cooked a bunch of crappie yesterday, so had to put some back.
I'm gonna try and you were saying you pulled some out of the freezer, right?
I
Right.
like crappie.
Yep. That was the last bag in the
I
freezer.
like to eat crappie, Rob.
Yes. That's my favorite part of catching them.
You're missing what I'm telling you. I like to eat crappie. You could invite me someday.
He's looking for an invitation to your house, Rob.
I love to eat
Wow, you're
them
welcome down here anytime. You and Mark both.
crappie and bluegill are some of my favorite eats. They really are.
We got to get Lyle on some of those yellow perch. I think he'll add one to that list.
They probably will. I hear they're extremely good.
I am going to go crappie fishing hopefully in 2 weeks. As soon as that ice lets out, that's when it's time to hit them. I'll be out freezing my butt off because it's usually cold and windy once the ice is out. It for some reason it gets really windy here. As soon as the weather changes, even if it's 40 degrees, it still feels like it's 0 out there. And fishing without gloves is never fun in that kind of wind.
Isn't that why they call that area the Windy City?
They do. I'm not even that close to the city, but still.
Yeah, Mark,
Go ahead, Rob.
I've never been anywhere close to the neck of the woods and it wasn't windy up there, ever.
Is that lake effect wind?
Not where I'm at. When you get closer to the city, it is. Out here, it's just because there's no hills. There's not a lot of tall buildings or anything to block the wind. It's pretty much open, prairie-type flatlands. Frank from Twisted Fishing TV was saying he had a bad experience going through downtown. You should come here when there isn't a pandemic. That's when it's really bad. Actually, now it's not bad at all these days. Even during rush hour, during a work week, the traffic isn't as bad as it usually is. Tim Molina's showed up. How you doing, Tim? Welcome, as always.
You guys don't hear my TV in the background, do you?
A little bit.
Well, I'll turn it down here in a minute.
Not that we can make it out.
I kind of like her. She's pretty spiffy.
Don't let Cindy hear you talking about another woman like that.
Judge Janine? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She likes her too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when she's
me and Jerry was talking the other day, Mark. As you from our place, if you head up your way, we go up like 255 and 55 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And that hole up there is so flat they had to dig dirt out to build the highway up. And there's ponds and holes of water for miles and miles up there. I'd like to take about 3 months and drive out there and hit every one of them holes. It'd just be awesome.
There's a lot out where I live too. They're everywhere because there's a lot of my house was built on a water table. So what they did is they had to build it all up, and what they did is they took out all this fill from all of these spots around here. So there's nothing but like quarries and lots of ponds everywhere in every neighborhood and stuff. So there's a lot of fish. This is I've mentioned this before. This is where John B. got his bass start at when he was a young kid. I remember seeing him running around these ponds and guys yelling at him for giving up his spots on YouTube and stuff. It was quite the experience. But yeah, he grew up not too far from me fishing for all these little subdivision and farm ponds that's out here. And there's some big bass. Like I said, my PB bass is like 6 pounds 2 ounces, and that was fishing for bait in a little creek over here. So they're everywhere. There's big pike too. People have put pike in these like they're not supposed to, but they put pike in there and they get pretty big. I've seen guys pull 40-inch pike out of like local backwaters, little ponds and stuff.
What's the advantage to putting them in them other than
they get to catch them?
There's no you don't eat them, do you? I mean,
people eat them.
Yeah, but they're not that great, are they?
It depends. I've had pike that's been pretty good. I've had pickled pike that's pretty good too.
Pickled pike. That sounds like a dockery.
People don't like to clean them because they got that pronounced Y bone. You got to cut them into like 5 different
that's
fillets.
What it is. But yeah, pickled pike. That's got to be a dockery thing.
Them bones similar to a big carp, Mark?
No, they're bigger. They just got, their lateral line has their Y bones that run all the way until you get back to the to the rear port, I should say. I guess we can say the chute, and then you kind of cut behind it. So you actually get two fillets along each side on the back, and then you get two more behind toward the tail, one on each side. So it's either five. I think it's. Why do they say five? There's six fillets. Well, there's six pieces of meat you can get off of them.
Right.
But I've had them a long time ago.
We'll take a big carp and skin it, cut the red meat out, and just chunk it up and pressure cook the whole thing, and then make fish cakes out of it. And I've had people swear to be damned they wouldn't eat carp and just love that stuff.
You know what I want to try, which I saw again on an episode of the of Meat Eaters. They took sucker fish, and they actually made sucker balls out of them. They peeled all the meat out, got the bones out, and then they grinded it all up in a food processor and, put a little breadcrumbs and spices in there and deep fried them. And they said they look good. He swore that he would serve this to guests at a dinner party. He said they were that good. So that might be something to try this year.
I think he would. I think he's that kind of guy.
Yeah, I think he would. He feeds bison to his children for lunch.
Yeah. I've watched him for a long time. He's kind of a rowdy dude. I like him.
You know what's going to be funny? When his daughter, does he have a daughter? I think he has a daughter. Yeah, he has a daughter. His daughter's really going to expect a lot from her future husband, I think.
Yeah, that might be true.
Ohio for Life 42. Without being too specific, where exactly are you at?
Do what?
This Ohioan for Life 42. Said he's 30 minutes from Missouri. I'm just curious whereabouts he was.
If he's in Ohio, he'd have to be like the east end of Ohio, right? In order to be that close to Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said Cherokee Village. I'm not familiar with the area.
Well, I've been known to drive a good ways to fish. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Parker says that red sucker patties are delicious. I guess if you just make them in the balls, it's the same thing, like little hush puppies. Ohioan says he's in Arkansas right now, so.
Oh, I know where he's at.
Oh, sweet. You're down there past Poplar Bluff a little bit, huh?
Are you talking to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark, is my sound cutting in and out because I'm losing you guys periodically?
No, it's not too bad. Every now and then we'll talk over each other, and it's not quite like a CB radio. I'm dating myself here, but it's kind of like that. So,
Right.
I'm glad Lyle got a kick out of that.
CB radios. Mm-hmm. It's been a while.
So what do you got going on Monday on Catfish Weekly, Lyle?
I don't have I'd have to pull my calendar.
Is that the insurance gentleman, I think you said?
Oh, yeah. Dave Swearingen's going to be on with us. We had a show with Dave last year about boat insurance, and it turned out really good. Did we lose Rob?
No, he's still here.
Oh, I got the calendar up. We had a lot of questions answered. He give us a really good go over on what the average person should have as far as boat insurance. And personally, I think it's as important to have boat insurance as it is car insurance, because you don't want to get sued over a boating accident.
Yeah, not taking that in consideration.
It doesn't cost that much. It really is very inexpensive. And Dave's got all the numbers and tells you what you need, what you don't need, how to get it, whether you get it from him or someone else. He's extremely knowledgeable. He is a Farm Bureau insurance agent, and he'll be able to answer any and all questions. So last year's show was a huge hit. I feel like this one will be none less. He's a great guy. And, it's not about going to even get your insurance, although you can. It's about making sure you understand what you need and don't need to protect yourself down the road if in case something would happen. And I think it was a worthwhile show last year. I think it'll be a worthwhile show this year, and we're going to do it again. Do you get any names of anybody that come up with any names for this new jig?
Well, once you when you finish this one, we'll show it off again, and then we'll pose the question in chat again. So
okay,
see what we come up with.
Yeah, because I usually don't come up with too good ones, and people may not like.
I like the ladies or Katie's chicken jig. I like that a lot.
Well, I thought it was kind of cool, but that's just me. Rob, how much pan fishing do you do?
This time of year, quite a bit. I've got 2 grandkids yet that hadn't caught their first fish yet, so
you are breaking up a little bit, Rob. Can you still hear me?
That's for sure going to happen.
You're breaking up a little bit, Rob. I don't know what's going on.
How about now, Mark?
That's a little better. You broke free at least. So what's going on over there? You're back. Mo Creek Tron. And now you're frozen, I think. Oh no, you're moving.
Yeah, I lost you guys.
Oh, didn't you do a show with him here a while back?
I did, and it was fine. But I think depending on the time. Well, it's late still. It depends on his signal going out from his house, where you run into issues on these live feeds. You know all about bandwidth because you steal it all from everybody. That's probably why he's having a hard time, because you own the internet, Lyle. You suck all that juice up.
I have to say, yeah, I kind of do. And I like it.
Chad's already started with the geriatric jiggler.
We didn't ask Chad or Dockery.
The geriatric jiggler kind of sounds like an entertainer of some sorts that's past her prime.
He's probably referring to me with that.
Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah, no kidding. Pose head.
I think Josh says the weekend angler says icy hot. I don't know if he's talking about the jig or if he's talking about something he likes to partake in.
Oh man.
Chad Nolte, how are you, sir?
We're so glad to have all you folks come in tonight on a Saturday night and listen to us and watch us do a couple of things we had so much fun doing, and having guys like Rob jump in with us.
Gigolo Jigs from Frank over at Twisted Fishing TV.
Gigolo Jigs.
Liver and Onions is a good name.
I like it.
Yeah.
Parker says Viagra Jigs.
Viagra Jigs.
And Parker, what color would those jigs have to be? I wouldn't know.
If they don't catch you a fish in 4 hours, you can trade it in on a new one.
New one. You better see a doctor.
Just so you know, Mark, they would have to be the same color as your headphones.
Oh, see, I just, I really don't.
Jigs heads that's color. I really do. Now these start out with a green jig head, and then I put chartreuse buck hair on them, bucktail, and then orange, and I finish it off with red, and it makes it look like a fire in its tail. You know, kind of like Dockery.
Oh, Betty, you really are going to make it easy for him to take your wrench away, aren't you?
You know, I got a feeling she's not saying anything bad about me.
No. She said, what's the name of those jigs? Depends.
Yeah, I bet.
And Josh was asking for wrenches. He's laughing at jokes like that. See, these ad hoc shows are all a power play, I think.
I think so.
All right, Carpet Down Under, have a wonderful night. He's heading out.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it so very much.
I'm going to tell Betty to keep it up in private chat. So, Lyle, did you hear when Rob mentioned those jigs that his dad uses for flatheads?
Mm-hmm.
I made out of earplugs. Maybe you should give us a lesson in those one of these days, Rob. Show us how to make them. Or will he disown you for it?
No, he wouldn't care. The flatheads are kind of a byproduct. He was throwing them things a day catching fish on them. He's funny. That's just what he does.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I know some guys that actually make them out of old flip flops. They make jigs out of them. Mostly bluegill jigs, but
right.
Hell, as far as I can tell, if you can catch crappie on it, you can catch bluegill on it. And if you can catch bluegill on it, you probably can catch crappie on it. Some of them might be a little bit easier to do one or the other, but they're all going to work.
That's true.
Lyle, I'm going back through chat, writing down some of these names and who said them so you can message them afterwards.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay. That's scary.
Fins and Fine says Chad is awesome. He said that a little while ago.
Chad's awesome?
Yeah. Chat is awesome.
Oh, Chat. I was
Chat.
getting ready to say, Bob, I need to talk to you. Bob, for people that don't know, Bob don't live too far from me. He actually works and lives down around the Springfield area. It's about 35 miles. And I'm not sure, but the first time I met him may have been at the Catfish Conference a few years ago. Really nice guy. That's another channel that everybody should check out. And if you haven't checked his channel out, he's got some really, really cool stuff on using metal detectors and finding cool stuff all over our area and other places. He also has a nephew that goes down in the Mississippi, southern parts of the United States, and he finds some way cool stuff down there. So check them out. What is it James Smith always says? Share the Lord.
Share the bait. Share the bait.
Because these guys, everybody has a little bit different thing that they like to do for side hobbies. You know, most of us fish. That's why we're in chats like these and groups like this. But there's a lot of other things that people do, and Bob's really good at that metal detecting stuff. And I've watched. If I haven't watched all of his videos, it's because I missed them. Because I was like you, I binge watched a bunch of them one night and enjoyed them very much. Thought about buying me one, but I've already got too many expensive habits. And
Eric Massey's in the chat. How are you, Eric?
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric.
He came in to check on you.
We was talking about him making powder coating jigs just a few minutes ago. I hope that he does Eric's been doing some stuff on I believe it's Sunday evenings early, where he ties jigs and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the questions that he had here a while back was what the people that watch his stuff would like for him to see. I just kind of let everybody make decisions because I've been through some of this stuff, but I would love to see him spend some time doing the powder coating. I did see a little bit of that done, but man, like I say, I've got his jigs that he powder coated for me. We buy them from the same guy, but they look amazing. I'll tell you, they really do.
Betty came up with a name, but I don't think I can repeat that in chat.
It must really be rough.
Something about overactive bladders. You sure you don't want to take your wrench away, Lyle?
I'm sure.
Next week we're having this on my channel. You know I like to have a little more control than this, Lyle.
I understand. I thought I had it set up where you'd could do all that, but
I think maybe if I log in under my other username, but then something happened, we'll have to get that all set up.
we'll have to work on that because I thought it was set up where you could do anything you wanted to do, but if not, we'll figure it out.
It seems to me like the only one that can do whatever they want to do today is Betty.
And what was you telling me the other day about Betty?
I can't repeat that.
She was like your little sister.
Absolutely like it, just as bad. You know, my sister messaged me the other day giving me a bunch of grief, Rob, about she actually watched one of my live streams. And during the whole live stream, she's sending me all of these, oh, my brother's a big star with laugh emojis afterwards. It was constant belittling from kind of like Betty does today.
Haters are going to hate, Mark.
I know.
That's what I keep saying about Dockery.
Yeah, they pretty much do, Thomas. That's what they like. So you're going to do a green body with a black belly? Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm. Why would you like to see me? Like to watch me do a black body with a green stripe?
Absolutely. Why not? We got some time.
Yeah.
I can do that. You know, I've been trying this. I was talking about this little thing here. Man, it just, everything I do with that, I like more and more.
Those seam rippers are sharp as heck, aren't they?
Yeah, man. They are sharp.
Hey, Lyle, you've been playing in the Sawbriars or what? Your hand's all busted up.
Oh, it's working on my boat, dude.
Oh,
I had we done a bunch of work to it earlier this fall, last fall, and while we was at it, there was Lowe's had a special deal on carpet, so instead of putting rhino lining in it like I had thought about doing, we went and recarpeted it because, well, it needed it, and get that all done. And I ended up with water in the gas tank, so I had to pull a big section of it back up to get the water out of the gas and replace a couple of hoses and different things. So, yeah, it's not been kind to me because that glue that I got from Lowe's for indoor-outdoor carpeting, it really sticks good. I ended up, huh?
Too good, huh?
A little bit, yeah. I ended up having to cut it out with a wire wheel. It stuck that good.
SK was asking what a seam ripper was. I just sent him a link off of Amazon just so he could take a look at it. So if you see that link,
about $2 at the Walmart there.
Yeah, they're cheap. That one that I listed at Walmart was like $4.50. So
yeah, they're not much. Very sharp, very quick. I love them.
Lyle, Chad Nolte wants to know if you sell any of your handmade jigs.
I do. I don't pursue it, so to speak, but if somebody wants one, Avid hit me up about making him some. after the show the other night, and I'm just going to package him up and send him some. I know he's left me a message today, but I also heard him say that he was going to sleep. I knew he'd been working all night, so I didn't bother him. Because a lot of people have their phones set. My daughter's terrible about that, to where every time somebody messages her or something, she gets a notification. If she's sleeping, then it wakes her up. She can't go back to sleep, so I don't do people that way. But yeah, I'm gonna send Abbott out some this week, and I'm gonna send Dockery some. I got a little selection here for Dockery. They're gonna have a special smell on his though. Oop, wrong way.
There you go. That's good. That worked out great. Now we can see him.
Yeah, and I've got 3 colors of bucktail in this, and 2 colors of
Flashaboo.
Flashaboo, and I kind of like it. And like I say, these are Arky jig heads that I had tons of, and I'm just trying to use up.
And what weight are those?
These are 1/32.
And are those sickle hooks?
These are sickle hooks.
Oh, nice.
And like I say, I just wanted to use them up. And it's not that I don't like them or anything. I have a plastic thing with little bins in it that I keep my jig heads in, and it's full, and I need some room, so it's time to get rid of these. And if you're going to give them away, what better way to do it? Just use up the ones you want to get rid of. But
That's a good
these
idea.
babies will cut you right now. And if you're using them for bluegill and you don't like that long a tail on it, just trim it up. I mean, it's not a big deal.
SK, if you known how much he's been doing this all week, you would absolutely know you were right by saying Lyle's addicted to this. And Betty was wondering if those are wrapped in pipe cleaner.
Pipe cleaner, no. Chanel.
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 You know, Chanel is Coco's middle name, right?
Is that right?
My wife and my aunt named her Coco Chanel, believe it or not.
I understand where that name comes from.
But she does it. Trust me, on certain nights, it's not doesn't smell as good as Coco Chanel. That's for sure. She's a gassy little dog.
Oh man, I'm so glad my Gidget doesn't have that problem or hasn't had to date. So we'll leave it at that. Oh, I want to run this by everybody again one more time.
He's being awfully quiet in chat.
Maybe he fell asleep.
Could be. Is it past his bedtime?
Yep.
I don't know. I know you and I have had him up later on this on occasion.
Somebody just sent me a message wondering if they want he should come on. I'm going to tell him sure. How about that?
If what?
I'm going to tell him to come on in.
Uh-oh.
I bet you'll never guess who it is. And then once he gets you, I'm going to let Rob deal with him, put him to the test. While I go get a couple of sodas out of the garage to refill my cup.
I'm assuming that it would be a James Dockery.
I think so. I think he wants to come in.
Well, he's always welcome.
Always? You sure you want to say that?
I do.
He's been in quite the mood today. And there he is.
Oh, ain't he cute?
Hey, Dockery.
What is going on? Now, I'm coming in here to defend my honor, all right?
This honor here?
I'll be right back. You go ahead and do what you do.
Honor here?
This, Mark, you go ahead. No, buddy, I've got one of my own decals right here. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look at that. So let me get this out of the way here first. For those of you that have me on Facebook, I made a post here a while ago that I need your help. All right. So while Lyle's distracted, you guys go over there and go to my Facebook page, read through the comments or my post, the very last post I made. You guys will see it. Have fun with it. All right. Keep it clean. No. You tie jigs, old man. Come on. You tie jigs. You don't need to be getting into this.
Yeah, I can't do that, James.
Well, see, now you're letting your fan base down by sitting there tying jigs, Lyle, because you're not tying, you're typing on your keyboard.
Yeah, well, it's my keyboard.
Well, we know it's your keyboard. The problem is you're going to end up hitting something and bringing up a whole bunch of your porn that you've got saved, and that's not any good.
My good buddy Josh is getting in on the action, too.
Oh, boy.
Well, of course Josh is getting in on the action. I expect everyone to get on it.
I'm quite sure you do. James, what am I going to do with you?
Well, first of all, you can finish my Krampus cane and then get working on the Grinch canes.
I don't even know which one's which anymore. You keep me so confused.
Well, I know. Hey, SK, how's it going tonight? Papa Ed, Miss Betty Cross, and D, my favorite Fields of the entire world.
She's the good Fields.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And I see Art from One Ton Fishing is in here. Got a whole bunch of angry faces going up here. Chad Nolte.
I wonder why.
Angry. Dan's Creation, Twisted Fishing TV, Air Run, Gabby's Dad, Dan's Creation, Thomas Littlepage.
How's it going, man?
It is sore. For those of you who do not know, I actually injured my foot about 4.5 weeks ago, and it's still not healed right. I'm still in a boot, and I had to go fishing yesterday, so I started walking down. Shush. From
the way you act, I'm starting to think somebody injured that foot for you.
Just shush. Patriot James, how's it going? But anyway, so I'm so sick of trout fishing at this point. It's not even fun. I'm ready for the ice to be off and for me to be able to get back out and actually do some casting. But
you can cast?
Yeah, shush. But so I was heading down this rocky bank yesterday, and my boot, which is wonderfully designed by our healthcare system, slipped out from underneath me. I went down, re-injured my foot, and hurt my knee in the process. So,
and what did you learn?
Not to tell you guys what and when I hurt myself and how I did it.
If you would listen to that beautiful wife of yours a little more often, things like that probably wouldn't happen.
You know, if she would have put her foot down to begin with and not let me go fishing, none of that would have happened.
You know, she can still do that. She can still do that right on top of that bad foot, and I think she should. That'll keep you in the house.
You really think she needs your help, Mark, with how to...
I'm thinking not.
I don't think so either.
See, that's something else you're trying to blame on Miss Katie. I'm seeing a pattern here. Everything that happens, you blame on Miss Katie.
All right, Rob, look. Okay, now hold on a second.
I'm waiting.
The letter that you're getting has beautiful handwriting in it. Do you look at me? Do you honestly think I have beautiful handwriting?
I think you handed her a sticky note off of that bait shop desk of yours behind you. With scribbling all over it.
No.
You stuck the pencil between your toes on your bad foot, and you wrote it out on a piece of paper, and then handed it to her.
I'm pretty sure that there's nothing beautiful about him.
Are you guys done? Now,
not even
in
close.
my defense, Rob sent me his address. I clicked forward on Facebook Messenger and sent it straight over to Katie. Not my fault she can't read all that well. Just saying. All right, her excuse is it was 5:30 in the morning. Whatever it is. Hey, Papa Ed, how's it going tonight?
We're changing the subject.
Hey, I'm going to have to. I want to try.
Kick your ass.
This started out as such a nice show.
I know, right? But yeah, you guys kept going on and on and on about me. What did you expect was going to happen?
Wasn't me.
Patriot Catfisher stepped in. Hey, James.
Hey, James, how's it going?
Always glad to see James in.
That's right. Thomas Littlepage just summed it up. He is your son, Lyle. There you go, buddy.
For reminding me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Harris, how's it going?
He is the adopted son, though. The other one's a stepson.
Yep. Maybe he was in the shallow end of the gene pool there, Dockery.
Yeah, well, listen. I keep telling everybody, they ask me, "Hey, is Lyle really your dad?" And I'm like, he's like the father I never wanted.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
You know, that's the way it is. And Josh, yes, actually, it is a skeleton sitting right back here. It's a metal one, and it weighs about probably 80 pounds, but it's a monkey skeleton. So,
What are you trying to say by putting that hat on a monkey?
Just saying, man. I mean, you take it however you want to take it, Mark. That's just, you know, if it offends you.
Does the monkey have a little
you.
cast on his foot, on his paw?
Actually, he doesn't have any legs.
Oh.
So,
Well, if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to look like him pretty soon. So
shut it.
My.
you just keep from fishing. You stay home and you be good.
Well, we want you to get healed up, James. We say
Well,
this
no,
before.
and I know. So tomorrow I'm gonna try to find me someplace that I can just like step right out of the car. It's a flat bank, and I'm gonna go fishing.
Good luck with that.
And when you re-injured it, what was the ground like where you re-injured it?
It was really steep
Oh.
and
Well,
rocky.
nothing like you're describing then.
Nothing.
Again,
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And why
I'll
can't
say
you
it
let me
again.
go down? Why can't you let me go down there in the first place? I have no idea. But I
Because
guarantee
he
you.
was tired of listening to you guys.
Well, no, because I was fishing around the dock first, and I was like, no, I got to get away from here because she pulled out her phone. And I guarantee you, for a fat old guy with one good leg, I can still run pretty good. I ran away from that dock as fast as I could.
Afraid you'd hit the top of it, was you?
I was afraid she was going to start recording.
Oh.
I'm kind of upset
Recording you
she
hit the top
didn't.
of the dock. I got it, man.
Now, Lyle, you should be drinking a lot of water for that test you've got this week, right?
I have water in my mug. Thank you so much.
Okay, well,
Lyle, we're crossing into very dangerous HIPAA territory here.
Yeah.
well, I didn't say what kind, but the doctor I saw had really large hands. Let's just say.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, that ain't happening.
Maybe we need to give a call to Cindy.
Now maybe we don't.
Where's my phone?
The call Dockery made the other night to Cindy got the doctor's appointment for Tuesday.
And I'm going to tell you guys missed a very interesting video chat when he first came across that. It was funny.
It was not funny. It was not
Mark,
funny.
Mark, was it funny? Come on, come on, brother.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That's
He was not very happy. I saw Lyle break when that happened.
what
I
I'm
would
here for.
never do that to either one of you guys.
Oh no. Trying to pay Katie to take pictures of me inside Walmart.
Me?
Mm,
We still have I still have some pictures of someone doing some physical therapy too that I really need to post.
oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, I'm thinking not. We don't need none of that out there.
See, Twisted Fishing TV gets it. He understands. Doctor the size of Shaq steps into the room, Lyle.
I want to say
Yeah,
something to the people in chat. I'm writing down all of these names, and I'm also writing down who said them, just so you guys know before you think of these names, your name is going alongside them. So we just had Ohio and For Life 42 want to name it the proctologist.
That'd be a green one with a brown stripe, Lyle.
Yeah, man. I'll have to start completely over with a new design for that.
Right.
Weekend
Josh,
Angler says it's all
No,
fun and games.
We saw
I
that.
can't
Josh.
say that. I can't say
it.
that. No. Mm.
Ooh, that's kind of scary, Josh. Ow! Got me shaking so bad I got the hook in my finger.
Hey, there's another slogan, guys, right there. Come on, let's write that down.
And what am I writing down, Dockery?
Look, man, you got to go to my Facebook page and look at my post.
No.
Let
Oh
me take a
yeah,
look.
we're gonna have a big blast with this guy. So
Yeah, I don't see it where it's all as funny as you do.
oh, I do. I thought it was hilarious, and I think there's a lot of people that do because you've
Of
got a lot of
course you
comments on
do.
that. Lots of comments.
That's awesome.
James Dockery. Man, we have a lot of mutual friends.
We do,
That
don't we?
surprises-
That's scary.
I like what you did with the word jig there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, well. But like I said, once we come up with a really good slogan, that's when we'll,
I thought we were going to call it the Geritol Jig Company.
Well,
we're going
we-
with geriatric.
right. We have to because we kind of looked it up today, and they're kind of get a little ouchy for using Geritol in anything. So we thought, all right, let's go with
sure.
let's go with one where we're all not going to need a lawyer at some point in time.
Good idea.
Some of us are set in that department.
Mhm. Ohioan for life. You really want to admit that you had an exam 3 times in 1 month?
You guys are just being mean.
That's what he said. He said
That's
he
what
had
he said in
one 3
chat.
times
We're
in
not
1
being-
month, Mr. Stokes.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with none of that.
All right, well, guys, I wanted to step in
I'm
here and
being
defend
quick.
my honor. So
Yeah, we appreciate that so much.
Lyle, show him that sticker
Well,
before he
we'll,
leaves.
no, we don't need to see the sticker again. I've already got a decal up on here.
Not
Anyway.
like this one.
You guys all have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys next time. There you
Bye,
go, Mark.
James. Have a good
Hey,
one, buddy.
coming in, buddy.
Take it easy.
Mike Greenwell's in the house. What's up, Mr. Greenwell Fishing? How you doing? Had a good guest today with Mark on there, Blavel.
Yeah, Mark Blauville's a great guest.
He loves sharing the information with everybody, which is a good thing.
It is. It's always good because the good ones always do.
Mm-hmm. Fishing with the Chat says Geriatric Jig Company. Our jigs shake so much you'll be stoked.
I'm going to quit being nice to that boy
I told you, Lyle.
because I'm nothing but nice to him.
Next thing you know, he's going to want to come in here and defend himself.
I'm sure. Can you see this? Probably not. I mean, this part of it here, you just jab that in there and to make it to where it's a figure 4. Then wrap it around there 4 or 5 times, 6. Tighten it up. I usually do it twice.
You throw that back through the top of the jig head there, Lyle?
No,
Right
Okay.
behind it.
it goes right around it.
So it throws a half hitch. That's what it's doing, right?
Several of them, yes.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Now, I don't know what the point of this was actually designed for. There's a point on this tool, but I find it works really well for cleaning out the eye of the hook or when they get painted and processed.
Right.
It just goes right on in there and gets all that crap out of the way. And when you're actually putting the fingernail polish to it to seal the threads, I usually end up getting some in there too, and
Sure.
it'll push that right out. But then, like I said last week, I go over the entire jig because that fingernail polish, it just protects the coating and color on there. So why not do it?
Is it the same fingernail polish you use on your toenails, Lyle?
I don't use any on my toenails. So.
Oh, okay. It's not what
But,
Cindy told
if I
Doc.
did, this would probably be the kind. Ben's already got it. You know, that's kind of like the thread for tying jigs and stuff. I have embroidery thread by the tons of rolls. So why would I buy something else when I've got so much of the other? I
I think SK mentioned that whip finisher does clean out the eyes out well. I guess he's talking about the pointed.
Yeah, that's
pointed
what I
part of it.
used it for. I don't know what it was designed for, but so Mark, is that what you was talking about? Black
Yes, sir. That looks
green?
good. Yep. Looking good. I like that.
And I like the two kinds of Flashaboo in it. I got the chartreuse, and then I got the red, and it really,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I'm concerned, if there's any sunlight at all, it's going to get that.
Oh yeah.
And,
Yep.
and if you don't like
Also,
it,
if you're fishing for crappie with those, they say they like to bite up. If they see that chartreuse belly on there, that could act like a target just as well. So
I think so. And then I just hang them over here till they're dry. And something that I do that I doubt very many other people do. Hell, they all may do it. SK probably know. I'm on the next one I'm going to tie. I'm going to put some purple Flashaboo in it too. But I take and once these set up, I pull them down and I go over them with another coat of that clear fingernail polish for added protection. I'm not sure that it's necessary, but I feel good about it. So, hey,
Mhm. That's pretty much what artificial baits are for. They're more for the fishermen than they are for the fish. Isn't that what they say?
well, I believe that. I'm not sure how much the fish care about color, size. I know it all makes somewhat of a difference because some days one will work and the other won't. But I believe that if you can sell it to a fisherman, you're going to sell a lot more of them, that your pretty ones, than you are ugly ones. So
Mhm.
if you build something that fishermen like, whether it catches fish or not, they're going to buy it. And I think that's what the industry does. And I know a lot of them actually work and they catch fish, but I think it's the intent is to catch the fisherman more than
Right.
anything else. So,
Right.
hey, I'm out of water. I'm going to go get me some. You guys continue on and enjoy your conversations. I'm going to
We
be
could
right
do
back.
that. There's all sorts of stuff going on in chat. People come in, they like to hang out, Rob. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. I enjoy them.
We got a lot of good people out there today. Always nice to see them. And then there's Dockery and Chad. Country Boy Catfishing just came in. How are you, sir? Something about it when
Hey,
what I've
Country Boy.
noticed being a mod in a lot of these chats, that when somebody says Country Boy, it has to be approved. Like it's,
Well, I don't understand that, but you're right.
I don't know. No idea. So I just cut and paste the names of everybody. So if they're posted, it's good. Twisted Fishing TV says purple works excellent as an accent color here. It's effective. Didn't you say, Frank, that you're in Indiana? Correct me if I'm wrong. So what were you using for baits today?
We was using white jigs or redheads with a white body twisty tail.
Okay.
And as soon as the clouds come out, we darked it up a little bit, and we never did really get on them good, but it was a good couple hours with Dad. That was the main thing,
How was the water temps? Did you happen to check them, or?
Well, I can tell you it wasn't as cold as it was last weekend.
Yeah. How's your finger recovering from that? If people don't know, Rob, you got a little touch of frostbite, right?
Yeah, I did. Sure
Yeah.
did. But it's coming along good. It's got all new skin back on it. As soon as the nail grows back, you won't even be able to tell. So.
Oh, you didn't tell me that when we were chatting. I didn't realize that you lost the nail. That's good.
Yeah. That thing. I've never really had to deal with that. I mean, it just doesn't get that cold around here. But when I got it back to the truck and I could move the thing, I bent it and it broke open and it never bled. It was just frozen. I'm like, oh well, this
so you
is
really did freeze it bad, didn't you?
this is not good. But yeah, I won't do that again.
SK wants to know, where do you crappie fish, Rob?
I was fishing up at River Cement Lake. It's a cooling reservoir for a cement manufacturer.
And that's in Missouri, or is that on the Illinois side?
No, that's Missouri. That's about 5 miles from the house here in Festus.
But he's like, "Oh my God, you lost your nail too! Holy cow!" See, that's not something easy. And they say it would come back. Your nail would.
It's looking like it's going to come back.
All right, good deal. Well, I'm glad you still have your finger. That's a good part. Let that be a lesson to everybody in chat. Keep your hands warm. And your
Yes.
feet, too.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a couple of weeks, none of us will have to worry about it. Lyle's been having temperatures in the 70s. He's been bragging about it. 50s, 60s, 70s degrees this week. I was happy we hit 44 the other day. I'm not even kidding. I'm checking the weather here for the next week. Yeah, 59 on Monday.
Is that for you, Mark?
That is for me. Ooh, it's coming. Spring crappie is coming.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to be happy to see warm weather than not to have to worry about no more than cold days.
Betty, I did order those Glacier gloves. Yes, I did. Thank you for that.
I never heard of the Glacier gloves. Let me I'll go search them out. Maybe I'll post a link on chat for the other people to check them out so that we know what we're talking about. So everybody knows what we're talking about here.
We had pizza for dinner.
You did. What kind did you have?
Supreme. And it's not liking me real well about now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Lyle, did you hear when I said we're going to get up to 58 degrees here on Monday?
That sounds awesome. That means I ought to be at around 60 or 65.
59 on Monday. That's. I guarantee you it'll be windy, though. It always is in the spring when it warms up like that.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. But I am just thrilled that it's not below zero like it was a week or two ago, because that was pretty awful.
Amen.
How'd your hand turn out, Rob?
Doing well. We're going to be fine. They're going to let me keep it.
Good. I was kind of worried about it. And Parker, your buddy there, took a pretty good fall over there. That was a fun tournament, and I think everybody had a great time watching everybody. But
that was fun, yeah.
It was brutal conditions. It really was.
Well, my thoughts on that, Lyle, if I can work in it, I ought to be able to play in it too. You know what I mean?
I got you, man. I really do. And there's some truth to that. Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, I wouldn't fish that cold again.
Yeah.
With these gloves I got now, I don't know. I'd give it a shot, but
I've deer hunted when it was that cold many times.
Yeah.
I like those chopper mittens. I'll check out the ones that Betty talked about, but those choppers, they're the old ones that the Eskimos use. They're deer skin or elk skin, and they're fur lined. And granted, they're mittens, but if you're catfishing, once you cast, you can put your hands right back into those gloves, and they keep them pretty warm.
That's true.
For me, maybe it's just age or something. I haven't tried any of these really new high-tech gloves. Yeah, I don't have to say it. Look at me.
Yeah, I know. I'm enjoying that, though.
Yeah, I always remember you're older, Lyle.
Yes, sir. I know.
Or do you want me to repeat what age I thought you were again? You want me to?
You don't have to keep reminding me.
I was always brought up thinking that if you can keep your fingers together rather than apart, they'll stay warmer. So seems to be the truth too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Ed says he's in St. Joe's.
I think everybody had a great time in that tournament. I'm glad they did.
Yeah, raised a lot of money.
Did raise a lot of money for a lot of worthwhile deals. So that really was good.
Country Boy Catfishing said he got 4 big cats today and 8 eaters. That sounds like a good day to me.
Nice. Yeah.
You sure you don't want to take Betty's wrench away?
Is she at it again?
Yeah, she says, and you say, I'm mean. Y'all the mean ones. Respect
Is it-
your elders.
Hey, is she mad? Is she being mean to me or you?
You, Lyle, you. If you ever ask, it's always you.
Oh man, you're making it hard on me now.
So what do you got planned for the rest of the weekend, Rob?
I got working on a room out here in the shop. I'm building a 10 by 15 room out here. I'm going to finish it up and hopefully get some of my stuff in there and be done with it.
I got a bunch of those projects that don't ever seem to get done.
Yes. I'll have a little more time next week. I'm not on call at work, so I'll be able to come in after work and finish it.
Now's the time I should be jumping all over it because I can't get on the ice and there's too much ice to fish open water. So now would be the time to get caught up. I'm trying. Watch.
Never known you to not be busy, though.
I'm sorry, Rob?
I've never known you to not be busy, though.
Yeah, I pretend a lot. I'm not always that busy.
Right.
Not too busy to go fishing, right?
Yeah, sometimes I got to quit letting that happen. But yeah. I keep getting all of these messages. What are people saying to me?
I don't know. It's got to be important or they wouldn't send it to you.
True.
Unless it's from Dockery and the Chad.
No, they're keeping quiet. I haven't seen Chad and chat much. Maybe he's watching something else.
He'd probably fallen asleep, and if that is the case, I pray that his wife will take a picture of him.
Yes.
You know, Betty did that to Brandon too.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think that's. I think that could be a trend if we're not real careful.
This is why I'm rethinking bringing my wife to Mendota.
Make it, Mark?
I don't need them filling her head with ideas.
Gotcha.
She's talking about going. We may even bring Coco with us if we have to go.
I think that'd be a great idea.
Chad's putting a video together, but he's here.
Well, you can't believe everything the Chad says. Now, Dee, on the other hand, is such a sweet lady.
I agree.
And is the only Whisker Award winner in the house.
This is true. Hey, Chad, have you seen over here?
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Chad?
Yeah, man.
Oh, and Betty's already got a list for Sheila. No, she's not coming. Sorry, guys. She's gonna have to stay at home.
I'm gonna add some extra on this one. I gotta try it. I can't stand it.
I'm really looking forward to that Mendota trip.
Oh, dude, me too. We're gonna catch some big old fish. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
And what more could you ask for?
Cheese.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing back a buttload of cheese while we're up there.
Lyle loves his cheese. If you guys don't know that, you want to impress Lyle, don't send him a bouquet of flowers. Send him a bouquet of like cheddar and Gouda.
Yeah,
and
man.
He'd be a happy man.
I'm taking extra money just for the cheese place.
And a cooler. He's bringing an extra cooler.
I got a big old igloo, or not an igloo, but a Arctic, especially for that.
Those Arctic coolers are pretty good. You know what? You know, the guy who owns Arctic, I believe, don't quote me on this, that him and the founder of Yeti were partners. And they couldn't agree on the price to ask for their cooler, so he just went and started his own cooler company and called it Arctic.
That's way cool. Well, he must have wanted them cheaper because they sure enough are.
Yeah, they are.
They're a lot cheaper, and the quality of the ones that we got are amazing. So I hope everybody else's Arctic quality is the same, because I really do like mine. And I see no reason to have anything else.
I have one of those big, like 52-ounce Arctic thermoses. When my mom says she's got soup made over at her house, I'll
Oh,
grab
yeah.
that sucker out of the cupboard, head right on over, have her fill that up for me. Good to go. Actually, I had some today. It was delicious.
Sweet. I would do that when Cindy makes soup, but it usually doesn't last that long.
I wonder why that is, Lyle.
It's because somebody eats it all
That's how it is around my house.
at a pretty rapid rate.
Yep.
You know, I like soup, but not in the summer. I won't eat it in the summer. I'll eat it
I
all
will.
winter long, but in the summer, I don't care
Yeah,
for it.
I'll eat it year round.
Closest I'll get to it is chili.
It don't
I
matter.
need I need a good chili recipe, Rob. You got any?
I tell you what, my granddaughter, she loves to cook. She's 3 years old. She made a pot of chili. She made a pot of chili Sunday. The only thing she did not do herself was cut up the onions and drain.
Oh,
Did
you
it all
froze
by
up.
herself. I thought, I know it's only chili,
Mhm.
but man,
Still,
I said I know it's only chili, but man, that's so cool. She loves to do that.
How did it taste?
It was awesome.
I think you're freezing on us, Rob.
Oh, here we go.
It comes
No, the
with
chili itself, it was good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's chili.
I saw that Chud's Barbecue make chili where he had like 3 different types of meat, and it was like brisket, chuck, and something else.
yep. That guy's amazing.
Cooked them 3 different ways.
Yep.
They don't like you like beans in your chili, Lyle?
Yes.
How about you, Rob?
Absolutely. Yes.
I don't mind them either, but in Texas, they don't like beans in their chili.
No, they don't do that in Texas.
Now, who is the young gentleman you sent me the picture of helping you make sausage, Rob?
That was my oldest grandson. He really enjoys that. It's I get to spend a lot of time with those guys. I'm very thankful for that.
Heck yeah, man.
Sausage making, that's pretty advanced.
It would be-
He's got the stuffer mastered, and he's working on the cold smoking and stuff like that now. So he's good to go. He's not bad for 10 years old.
10 years old. That's
Yep.
really cool.
Josh is sharing what he puts in his chili. Look at this. You talk about chili, and everybody's got to chime in. That's the way I love to see it.
Oh yeah. Mark, have you
And
ever
again,
heard of? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to continue on chili talk, but you sounded like you were going to change the topic, which is probably a good idea because I'm getting hungry.
Well, I was. Have you ever heard of Purdue Boilermaker chili?
I have not.
Look that up. It's got some weird stuff in it, but it is my favorite. It's good.
You know what? It's surprising that I haven't, because we had that summer home in Indiana, which is Boilermaker country.
Yep.
When I was growing up, that was some of the stuff we used to drink.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I still have one from every now and then. Ground chuck, Italian sausage, chili beans. That sounds pretty good. Ooh, that's a big long list of ingredients, but I'll check that out later.
Yeah.
I really haven't had a chili I didn't like. I don't even mind having Wendy's chili from time to time.
I like it too. But then again, I just kind of like food.
Send me that recipe. Betty's talking about
Yeah.
a trucker chili. Send that to me. I'll take it.
I like Cindy's.
Oh, Papa says someone won cook-offs with something. Let's scroll back up and see what he said here.
You know, we have a guy in the catfish community. His name's David Magnus. Lives down in Mississippi, around Corner somewhere. that he is like a barbecue champion, cook-off guy.
Uh-huh.
And I need to send him a message and get him on one of the shows here one of these days, if for no other reason, just to teach us to cook. And Mike Chavez, of course, we always love old Mike stuff.
You know, Lyle, I've actually won a barbecue cook-off myself.
Have you really? Cool.
I didn't get a trophy, but I did. I won first place, and the first place prize was an 8-pound Wagyu beef
8 pounds?
standing rib roast, an 8-pound standing rib roast of Wagyu. It was like a $250 piece of meat, I think, at the time.
That is amazing.
It was delicious. They can keep their trophy. Just keep giving me that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Man.
I saved that. I had them before I left. It was at a butcher shop, the guy that was sponsoring this cook-off. So they kind of know what they're talking. You'd think they would, right? And
in Buffalo,
had them vacuum seal it for me, put it down in the bottom of my freezer, and let it wet age for about 6 months. We had it for Christmas that same year. It was unreal. That was good.
I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to find any Wagyu in Buffalo, Missouri.
You can find all that mail order now. No, Thomas, I wasn't the only participant. They're so cold in chat. Oh, my goodness.
Fish in the Mid-South just came in.
What's going on, Fish in the Mid-South? How are you, sir?
That's kind of funny.
Don't encourage him, Lyle. You're gonna make me into Doc. You're gonna turn me into James Dockery here in a minute.
It's usually me.
Yeah, Lyle's just happy someone's taking the heat off of him.
He ain't kidding, but it's all good. All fun and games until the tournament starts. I'll just sit there and I'll put another cool.
Chad is saying all sorts of nasty things to me.
He's just nasty.
Mm-hmm.
He's just mean. It's not really nasty. He's just a mean guy. Sometimes.
You mean sometimes he's nice?
Yeah, sometimes he is.
Obviously, you're not asking for a friend of mine, Thomas Littlepage. Yeah, Dockery was already in here. He defended his honor and attacked us all and then left.
That's kind of like somebody coming in and stirring the pot and leaving.
Mm-hmm. And you know what Betty says about whoever stirs the pot gets to lick the spoon?
Well, I think Dockery's been licking the spoon. Why else would I have one of these? And I got that in the mail from Dockeryville, USA.
Gabby's dad's getting all excited in chat.
Uh-oh.
He's upset. He doesn't like when people call him Gabby's dad.
He does. I'm trying to figure out how that got started.
I don't know. Hey, Lyle, I want to make sure that everybody knows in chat that Panfish Weekly is uploaded as a podcast.
Yeah.
If you guys want to listen to like Babe Winkleman while you're cutting the grass or driving along or even on the bank fishing, you can. I would listen to a lot of podcasts, and I really find it convenient to be able to listen to that stuff while I'm doing something else. Yep, there's more Gabby's dad talk going on in the room. You know, that Gabby is a sweetheart. I'd be honored to be called Gabby's dad. Wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Justin's been tying a bunch of jigs, too. He sent some to Dockery. And Gabby's dad said that he never said thank you, and then Dockery said that he did say thank you. You know how I always say, as the catfish world turns? Well, it's turning into as the panfish world turns now.
I got a message from Betty that I needed to change the angle of the camera, so I changed the angle of the of the jig vise.
I think
and
she's just trying to get a look at your computer monitor for something.
I don't know what. There's nothing on it.
I'm just giving her a hard time. She's probably right. We can see him there.
She said she couldn't see from my hand. I bought a new camera, but I got to have a cord to hook it up, I guess, because it will be so much better than these cameras. But I got to get it.
We'll figure out how to get that running. Fish in the Mid-South says, Lyle, I want to thank you up front for sending me all of those jigs.
Who did I send them to?
Somebody's feeling confident tonight.
Oh.
I think they're getting restless. They're going to have to wait for a little while.
Now, since we don't have the, these are ones I tied earlier in the week. We'll see if anybody likes these.
Very cool. You said you were trying to go for a fire tiger type.
Yeah, something like that. I really liked them. Some of them turned out a little bit better than others. I got a pile of them on here. I really do. I got the little red-headed stepchild here. But this one I really did like. I don't know if it'll catch fish or not. I haven't tried it yet, but I really, let me get these things out. Just easier to hold them where you can see them. Again, these I'm trying to use up. That's how many of these jig heads I had, and I'm just trying to use them up. But I thought that one was kind of neat looking. I get it back a little bit. I really like that. And then we got the Dockery Express here.
The Dock Smasher?
Yeah, the Dock Smasher. I think it's a pretty hot one.
I like
Pink
that.
and purple is always a good color. Seems to me like I kind of like this one too. I don't know if I showed you these last week or not. I don't think so. I think these are all new this week.
Pink and chartreuse.
Have to be good, wouldn't it? Kind of
I'm
like
sure.
chartreuse and black. It's a winner every time.
Yep.
Chad wants the pink one.
Of course he does.
Match his outfit.
That's right. I got 2 more jigs I've got prepared. We'll do them and call it a night. How's that sound?
Sounds terrific.
We'll see if I got this thing adjusted. If not, next time we'll set it up ahead of time and see if we get the camera angle set where it could be, or I'll try to use that other camera because it's brand new.
Actually, I think that doesn't look well. We'll wait till you start tying it, but I probably should have caught that a little earlier.
I should have seen the message a little earlier, but I've been kind of busy.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's right. Betty will holler at me for it anyways.
That's okay, as long as it's not me. And Rob don't want it to be him either.
No.
It's all right. I'm used to it. Is Lyle going to fish with any of those jigs? SK wants to know.
I am. All of them. Everything that I tie, I keep 3 or 4 of them for myself because there's always that chance that you'd catch a fish on one or you'd get hung up on a stump and you'd lose it. So I tie myself 3 or 4 of each. These ones we do here tonight, I've got a pile of them, and we're just doing them to give them away.
You know, Lyle, SK has a great video that I watched a while back about how he makes his jig boxes. He's these big jig.
I've seen that. That's very nice.
If you guys are interested in something like that, if you're going to get into tying your own jigs and stuff, I highly recommend you head over to SK's channel and check that out. I'll get a link to his channel posted. Let me.
I promise you, it's better than what I have. And watch some of his other videos that he's got about tying jigs, because they are really good too. I got an aggravating fly in here. That one's not aggravating any longer.
It still blows my mind that you're getting flies already in your shop.
Oh, dude, if you had any idea how many, it's amazing amounts. And see, here's something that I don't think I told anybody, but if you'll go in there and you hold these up when you trim the bottom end up and get a square and pick out the long ones, it gives you a little bit more fulfilled wrap around your hook shank. And you can either cut them off and tie them on, or tie them on and then cut them off. I do them both ways, depends on what I'm doing at different times. And these wraps and jigs that we're making the last few weeks, they're pretty simple and easy ones for guys that are starting out and learning how to do it. We'll get into some more advanced ones down the road. It's not that we can't do more advanced ones. I just want to make sure that everybody that watches understands why and what we're doing. And that's why I went to the 2 and 3 different color stuff tonight. I don't know what to do there. I need scissors. But single colors work just fine most all of the time. But like I say, we got a guest coming up. If we get it worked out here in a week or 2 or 3, however long it's going to be, and will be very beneficial to all of you that are interested in tying jigs. And it won't matter if you are a beginner, an advanced tyer, or just somebody that wants to start and learn a little bit. It will be worth the effort and time to watch, I promise you.
I can't wait to have him. I know who you're talking about, but we'll keep that to ourselves.
Yeah, until we get everything lined up, because I want to make sure it's going to happen, his work schedule and different things. But yeah, it's going. I'm pretty sure we talked about it, and that'd be great. But I think it'd be fun.
I have tried to get him on my show once, and he explained to me that he works long hours, and his job doesn't always keep him near home. So that's more than understandable.
Yeah, so we'll make it happen, but it'll be beneficial to everybody, including myself.
Fish in the Mid-South, that must have been the Google AI, because I'm not seeing it. So whatever you said, it mistook you for saying something bad. Hopefully it wasn't that. You're very welcome, SK. Yeah, that Google AI has been doing all sorts of stuff to people.
I don't know what that is.
Their artificial intelligence that scans every chat message that's in there.
Don't want to screw with me too much. I'll find somebody else post my stuff. I don't have to put up that crap. I'm too old for it, and they can't make me do it.
Amen.
There you go, Lyle.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think that's a common thread in most fishermen. We like to, which is why we fish. There's a certain part of freedom in all that, being able to go out.
I don't think so. It's like hunting and any other sport. So
something about being self-sufficient that makes you not want a babysitter.
That's right. Well, I'm not saying that there's not some of us that don't need one. James Dockery.
Hey, your boy Troy Catfishing's in the house. What's going on, Troy? You said hello to all 3 of us.
Good. Welcome, Troy. Glad to see you in chat tonight. I seen you in a couple other chats today.
James Dockery's pain medication must have kicked in for his leg, because he's saying all sorts of stuff that's not true.
You know how to tell if he's telling you a story, don't you?
His lips are moving?
You watch real close, see if they do. I swear he's the luckiest man alive.
I agree.
How he ever got somebody to put up with him.
Yep.
For all these years.
You know, Dee's pretty special too for what she does.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'd have to say the same thing about Cindy, but Katie and Dee are above and beyond, you know.
I have to say that Sheila is blessed. That's all I'm going to say.
Come on, Mark. What would she say?
I don't know.
Oh, obviously she'd agree.
Right.
That's a good thing behind you, but when you're using headphones, she can't hear what you guys are saying.
Oh, mercy.
I even made Betty laugh in chat.
Oh, that must have been good then.
Josh said Christina is a very lucky lady.
See?
There you go.
Gabby's dad is talking about it. Is it getting deep over there, Gabby's dad? What? Thomas has never met Chad in person. I'm guessing.
I haven't. But
I
I know
haven't.
it's coming.
Yeah, that'll be in May.
Yep, it will be.
I got a
Betty
feeling.
says, poor Brandon. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'd have to agree with that comment, Betty. What were you going to say, Rob? I'm sorry for interrupting.
I'm sure that trip in May there will be just all kind of shenanigans on that trip. That'll be a good time.
I should be a great time.
I know that a couple of our group, our anglers, are in for a surprise from some of the other ones. So keep your guard up, people.
Yes.
Hey, I wish you hadn't even said that.
Maybe it'd be a good idea for me to bring Coco because she does bite.
Oh, okay.
Teach her how to
Believe it or
bite.
not.
Kids that don't bite, but I'll teach her how.
Mm. Avid's still in there. What's going on, Avid? Avid caught some nice crappie, I think 5 or 6 this week. He sent us a picture, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Those look like they were good to eat. I would have been happy with those for dinner.
Absolutely.
So what you doing now, Lyle? You just getting some more?
Yeah, I'm just cutting me up some stuff here to getting ready to put the Chanel on. I got the black tied in. Now I'm tying the green in that I'm going to put over top. And then I always put this on there so it never comes apart, which it shouldn't anyhow. But this will soak into the threads.
Right there, Thomas. She's right there. He was asking where Coco was. She's here.
I haven't heard her tonight.
No, she's being quiet. I kind of wore her out in the front yard today.
Wow, how much extra weight does all the stuff that you add to those jigs? How much extra weight does that add on to it? Do you think?
Hardly any. This stuff didn't weigh very much at all. I keep knocking stuff off in the trash can. I ain't never going to figure out what all that crap is.
You know, and now SK is being mean in chat.
Yeah.
You know what he said? He said he had fresh, never frozen crappie tonight.
Oh. SK. He must have worked in 2 days.
I'm like devastated.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet he went and knocked out a bunch of them today. If I'm correct, and I'm pretty sure that I am, he lives down around Houston, and they should have had some beautiful weather down there today.
You know, SK makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Fish or tying jigs?
Both.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that center console he uses too, but that wouldn't be too conducive to my weather conditions. So
Probably not. But yeah, he's got a pretty good old boat, and he catches a lot of fish. A lot of fish. Did anybody happen to post his link to his?
I did.
Okay.
I can post it again for people to see.
He's such a wealth of information, and
You know, if some of our mods were doing the mod thing, maybe they would post something when we'd mention it. You know, we might have to start taking
is
some
that
wrenches.
Dockery and the Chad you're talking about?
No, Betty particularly.
Oh. Boy, you two are in. Holy crap! I don't want to be on the backside of that. She liable to bump you.
If you only knew, Lyle.
I bet that was my whip finisher that fell in there.
You know, I was missing a GoPro Hero 8 once. I thought it fell in the garbage can and I threw it out on accident.
That was my whip finisher, but I found it. I've got another one, but it's bent. It don't work very good. This one works extremely well. My wife.
Doctor says he's working on new decals. That's not good.
That's never good if he's working on them.
You know, I still don't think
Just
I got
don't let
that. What
was that, boys?
So just don't
whack,
let
whack,
Dockery
whack decal I haven't got yet. Go ahead, Rob. You go first.
You mean this one?
Yeah. So just don't let Dockery ship them. You'll get them.
Oh man!
Hey, Lyle, can you take Chad's wrench away?
Did I?
Could you?
Oh yeah, I can.
Thank you, sir. Let me know when it's done.
It's done.
Just like that.
It's that simple.
All right. Welcome to civilian life, sir.
You guys make me laugh so hard. You know, it's we've talked about this a number of times, but we have such good friends and funny people that we deal with in these shows and online. And of course, there's a few assholes, but there is with anything you do. And that's why we do the disclaimer, is because on Saturday nights I'm less filtered than normal usually, but we have a great bunch of people that hang out in these chat rooms with so many of these shows. It's not just Catfish Weekly or Panfish Weekly or Catfish and Crappie. It's a lot of others, and the same group is in a lot of them. And there are just a lot of people having a good time that could be doing other things, but they hang out with us, and we appreciate it, and all the rest of you appreciate it, and we hope that you guys have as much fun and entertainment out of this as we do.
I couldn't agree with you more, Lyle. There's a bunch of good folks in the whole community as a whole, and with any group of people, you're gonna have
You want to get some bad ones,
yeah. But that's, for the most part, you couldn't ask for a better bunch of people. And I mean, I kind of came into this through the back door. I'm not a catfish guy at all, really. I like to catfish, but it's not my cup of tea, really. You know what I mean? But it's something I wanted to learn how to do, and I got to talking to people, and next thing you know, wow, oh, that looks good, Lyle.
I can't imagine anybody would not want one of them. I mean, for free. I even pay the shipping.
Can't beat that.
No. But that's all for tonight. I'm going to quit and visit with you guys, because if I had another one, it's in the trash, and I'm not digging through it again.
Bill Potshot, Chad had it coming. Nothing poor about Chad. If you could see the private messages he's sending me right now, you would agree with me.
Is he being mean?
He'll be back in about 30 seconds. I'm thinking a minute.
Oh, okay.
Then we'll make him mod again and make him feel good. And then we can take Gabby's dad's wrench away, and then we can deal with that.
You're not scared what Dockery would do to Justin?
I'm kind of counting on it. I wanted to see that happen. I'd like to see it unfold.
Oh my.
So you want to give some of those jigs away, Lyle? You ready for that?
Ohioan for life.
Okay, one of you go and then the other.
Go ahead,
Go
Rob.
ahead, Mark. Ohioan for life wants to know: do you make jigs for trout?
I haven't in a long time, but that's how I started doing this. I used to do a lot of trout fly fishing, and that's
Right.
where I learned to do a lot of this stuff was tying flies. And then I found out how easy trout was to catch, and I didn't need those fancy flies and stuff. All I needed was some red and white woolly boogers and wait till somebody gutted their trout. You catch all of them you want.
Right.
But yeah, I have done some. I haven't in a long time, but I just need a little practice up on it and find out what somebody would want. But I'm not but about 25 or 30 minutes from Bennett Springs National Park, where it's one of the big trout hatcheries and fly fishing places in Missouri, is really close to me. And I haven't been there other than to buy tying stuff. I haven't been there to fish since the 1980s probably, but I know a lot of people down there that has fly shops and stuff.
Yep.
Chad is still sending me dirty messages or nasty messages. Major Brown, what's going on, Major Brown? How are you?
Major Brown is a guy that has followed Catfish Weekly and me, and I've met him at Catfish Conference, and he's been around in stuff that I have participated in for a lot of years, and is always glad to see him in chat. What is he doing to you, my son?
Maurice is saying, play fair now. I just witnessed Maurice standing up for Chad. Did I witness that?
I don't know. Did you?
I think I did. Oh, Chad's back.
Thank you, Major.
You want to give him his wrench back so he doesn't get too upset at me?
Will he cry?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, I better.
Okay. Don't say I didn't give you nothing, Chad.
A lot of people
Make it dry.
hit us up about the wrenches. I have a different feeling about moderator wrenches than most people do. It's a job. It's a terrible job that nobody wants to do. To have the power to get rid of somebody if they do something they're not supposed to be doing in chat. It's not a friendship thing. It's not a monitoring thing. It's a job, and you have to. The people that get those wrenches are friends that are most trusted to do the right thing. And if one of them does the wrong thing, you have to understand that they will be person enough, man or woman, to say, "Oh, I made a mistake. Sorry, it won't happen again." Or if they do something wrong, say, "You shouldn't have done that, and here's why." And those are the kind of people that we make moderators out of. It's not a status thing with me.
Same here.
I understand that it is with some people, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel that it's for a job, and I try to pick the people that I've had the same beliefs on what I want to see done in our chats. That way we do this late at night when we don't have as much of it. But when we do our other shows that are at the 7 and 8 o'clock hour, we have a lot of kids that watch us, and I don't want Justin's daughter or any of the rest of you's daughter hearing some of the things that might come off on this, because this is just for fun. We're not doing this for a show. We might not do another for 3 weeks. We might do one for the next 3 weeks. We never know. It just how we feel about what we're doing. If I don't feel good one night, I'm probably not going to do it. If Mark doesn't feel like joining me, or he's got a dinner date or something with some friends of his, I'm probably not going to do it unless Doc or Chad would want to do it. Heaven forbid me to have to face them people myself. But and that's the kind of fun that we're talking about, stuff like that. And there's a ton of people in chat right now that I would be thrilled to have on as a guest host if something like that would ever happen. But the way it is right now, that's the feelings that we have about moderators. And don't misunderstand it just because you don't have a blue wrench, because we could make anybody a moderator at any time if we lose one or if we feel like we need more added to.
Agreed. I feel the same way. I also like to have monitors that are willing to go that extra mile at whatever cost to protect the people out there that are watching that aren't in chat.
Exactly right, especially in the prime time hours.
Absolutely. A lot of people have lost friends because of stuff that moderators had to do, so it's easier to not to have to put everybody up against that. So,
oh, that water's so cold, and I like it that way. Rob, how many days are you going to be at?
I'm going to take off Wednesday night after work. I'll probably get there by midnight. We'll leave out Sunday night.
For those of you that don't know, we have a Mendota page for our trip that we're going to be taking up there in May, and that's one of the greatest channel cat fisheries in the United States. I've fished some great channel cat water in Iowa, Missouri, northern Missouri. I've been to Mendota before and fished Mendota and Cherokee. I've been to the Red River in the Dakotas, in North Dakota. This is a great place. If you want to catch a giant channel cat, most likely, if you're going to be there a day or two, it could very possibly be your personal best. In fact, if you work at it, I'd almost bet on it for the average channel cat fisherman. We was up there 4 days. The last time, I believe, was 11 years ago. It just doesn't seem possible as that long ago. And I had the pleasure of catching a 29-pounder. That's a giant channel cat.
It is.
It's a giant channel cat, especially when you're catching it in 2 or 3 foot of water, where that one was at.
Last time we were out there, we put I went out there with a friend of mine. We put a 9, a 12, and a 21-pounder in a boat in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Cindy had a stretch where she caught 4 over 20 in 30 minutes.
It's once you find them, it's hot. And that time of year is a good time to go. And just so people know, and Lyle, I just posted a link to the event page on Facebook. So
I don't believe that I was ever in any better fishing water than I was at that time we was up there, and we was with some of the greatest people in the world. Everybody that got to be a blue cat fishery, it's got to be 100-pound blue cats, you got to have 80-pound flatheads. It's not about that. It's about a hard fighting fish that deserves the recognition that they don't get a lot of times, and you will be impressed with the amount of fight these things have in them. They're really dark colored, and their whiskers are gigantic,
super long, yeah,
and thick. They're just absolutely beautiful fish. Pictures and video was not popular when we was up there. We did get a lot of pictures, but no video back in those days. But it's going to be a different situation this time. And one of the reasons that they have fish like that is because the local people up there consider them trash fish. And very few people eat them, so they just catch them and throw them back for sport. I like that.
Mendota's known for its panfish, it's known for its perch, and it's known for its smallmouth.
Right.
The channel cats just love them perch, and there's a ton of them in there. Unfortunately, we're going at a time when the perch fishing's closed for the season.
Yeah, I hate that.
Well, no, that's why the perch fishery is so great. We just it didn't coincide at the same time, so it is what it is. And yeah, Josh, we're going to be there during the beginning or mid spawn, and we'll be in the areas where they're spawning, so we'll be all right. Catfish, our channel cat spawn is a little different than flathead. I'm not quite sure about how blue cat spawn works, but we should be doing all right.
But it mostly all goes by water temperature. And Jerry, a friend of mine that lives up there, I called him and I said, "What's the dates going to be this year?" Because I couldn't remember. It's been so long. And he said, "Here's when everybody else is coming." Well, the reason they're coming that time is because that's when the fish is going to be biting, And so we're going that week too. And there'll be a lot of guys up there just channel catfishing. There's no need for a gigantic boat because some of the ramps on Cherokee are a little tight. But if you love to catch gigantic fish and have a lot of fun with a lot of the people that you visit with in chat, that would be a trip you ought to try to make because we're really going to have a lot of fun up there.
I'm looking forward to it. Lyle, I'm going to step away for a minute or two. You think you and Rob got this under control?
I think so.
All right, I'll be right back.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. So what do you got planned in the future real close in here, Rob?
Real close in. I'm waiting for them crappie to come in. They get up shallow. That's first and foremost.
On Baldwin?
Oh no, hey, Baldwin's kind of a different animal. Lyle, I go out there just to fill the freezer up. You can catch some good fish out there, but they're a little fewer and far between. And a good fish out there is 25, 30 pounds. But eater size catch, you can go over there and just absolutely. There's no limit on them, no size limit, nothing.
Wow.
And they only allow you 2 rods. Which there's times on the kayak I'll just have one because you can't keep up with 2 rods. But
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Do you fish the same lake that Josh fishes?
We fish a lot of the same lakes. Just watching his videos. We've never crossed paths before up until last month, but
right.
We fish a lot of the same areas. Yeah.
Now I know that he fishes for about anything except bluegill, according to Christina.
Yeah, he won't take Christina bluegill fishing. I don't understand that.
That's my favorite fish to catch, but or to eat too, as far as that goes. But I know that I can't remember the name of that lake. I've been over it a million times and never fished there. That he fishes right there by his house, or he fishes it a lot. I don't know if it's by his house or not, but yeah, I
down there.
Got some big crappie. Big crappie.
I'm ready for all of it. I'm tired of being cold.
SK says bluegill and shellcracker are coming soon. Yes, they are. And I noticed SK had some really good bluegill and shellcracker videos out last year. I'm looking forward to him doing some more this year because that's what hooked me on what he was doing down there was those giant bluegill and shellcrackers because they were just huge, just absolutely huge. But I don't know how much Christina is going to be able to do with bluegill fishing this year, or maybe that's all she's going to be able to do. Because she's going to be having that baby. I forgot. I think it's in June. I think that's when they said it was. So, but that'll be good. Mark Twain for deer hunting. Rob, I crossed a river heading to Mark Twain for deer hunting this year. Some guys from Missouri.
Don't know what river that was, do you?
Might have been Salt River, headed towards Mark Twain. Salt River is a river that makes Mark Twain.
Right.
I've always complained about them doing that because I remember when they built the dam at Mark Twain, and Salt River was one of my favorite places to fish. And for years, they ruined that for fishing when they built that lake because it it was nobody or the fish or humans or nobody else used to that being regulated and water held back and there was no water in it. And oh man, I was mad. But as time goes on, things pass, it gets better, and it's worked out really good. Mark Twain Lake's a great fishery now, and there's movement in the water most of the time.
Yeah, true.
So it works out.
Mark's back.
Yep, he is.
I'm back. Just starting trouble in chat there.
I
Hear you
find
guys
it
talking
hard.
about big. I can still hear you guys. I had to run into the other room real quick. My wife needed something. Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, no
But I could
problem.
hear you guys were talking about shell cracker and stuff. You got me all excited. I had to run back as soon as possible. I saw some of those shell cracker videos that SK posted. That's good stuff. And there's nothing that gets me more excited than seeing those beds on side scan. When you're
Oh.
running across and you come across those, it's like, hello, we got to stop.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's an amazing thing. It to me how symmetrical they make those is. It's
Pretty
just
cool stuff.
mind-boggling. First time I seen that, I wasn't sure what it was, but it's real easy to figure out. Just toss a jig over there and see what happens.
Drag it
Yeah.
right across the bed and get them mad.
That's all it takes. We're going to see if the fish can call it correctly tomorrow. Well, good luck, Josh. I hope you catch a bunch of them.
I hope they call it good for you, buddy.
That's
Good
right.
night, Troy.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate seeing you in here. Yeah, is there enough people left in here to give those jigs away?
I think so. You want to do that? I actually got the tool loaded up if you want me to do it, Lyle.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
All right. Let's get everybody loaded in chat. Oh, the chances are pretty good, people.
Yeah, one in like 40 or something, 35.
Well, actually, let's give people a few minutes. If you guys are watching and not talking, you want to start talking in chat to be entered in there, because until you do, if you've been idle for a little while, your name will not show up in what I get to choose from for the
And
winners. to enter
remember
the
that you can't get in and to be a subscriber. You can't be in chat if you're not a subscriber. So
This is true.
go ahead and subscribe. Like us on Facebook. Share the feeds out when you see us go live. Click that little bell so you get notified when we get a wild hair and decide to do one of these.
Yeah, let's give them a couple minutes to subscribe if they haven't yet. If they're watching, that would be wonderful. And then say hello, or me, or I want to win in the chat. Oh, it's starting to get populated again. People are kind of just sitting back and relaxing. People love a giveaway. It just like doubled in size too.
Is it now? Troy decided he was going to stay for a minute.
Good idea, Troy.
That is a great idea.
And while we're doing that, maybe I can plug my channel too while we're here, Lyle. You think that'd be all right?
Yeah, of course I do.
Catfish and crappie. If you guys aren't subbed to me, I'm about 40 people away last time I checked from my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I would really, really appreciate it if you guys sub to me. I'm going to post a link right here. It's not going to look like the rest of the links, but this link will take you to that page. It's just an easy one I have so I can remember. A little webmaster trick from my days. I just posted it there. So if you guys can give me a sub, I'd appreciate it. I think most of the people here are subscribed. I do have a new video coming out either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how long it takes to finish it out. And of course, I have my show after Catfish Weekly on Mondays.
Tom Harris, aka Papa T. Welcome. Is that a
He
new
was here.
name?
He was here today. Thanks, Steve.
Okay, great. Yeah.
All right. We got a lot of people all stacking up in here.
That's great.
I love it when a plan comes together, Lyle, don't you?
I do. Trophy trash fishing.
Saw that one pop up too.
That's awesome.
Welcome.
These new folks in chat.
I think it was here last weekend. I might be mistaken.
Well, I didn't get to see many last weekend. I haven't got to see many this weekend, but I don't mind doing it. You guys can visit and carry on, and I can tie the jigs. And it seems like people are enjoying that, and as long as they're enjoying it.
Oh, and how rude of me, Rob. Let's get Rob's link out there.
That'd be great. Yeah, because Rob
find the link
doing
here.
wonderful things, and he spent a lot of time in fishing these tournaments of chads and stuff, and By the way, Chad has some new tournaments coming up. We're
He
excited
does.
about that. He doesn't have all the stuff finalized on it, but he'll be telling us about that soon. And when he gets all that done, he'll be telling it on the bait shop on Thursday nights. And you can hear about it then. Of course, we're going to help him promote that stuff. And when we're on these Saturday nights and stuff, maybe you can join in and tell us all about what kind of tournaments he does have coming up, because they're way fun. And I was so proud of the way he handled all that and got all that funding going to these charities on that last one. That was just amazing.
And Betty did say invite your friends to like Panfish Weekly and subscribe to the channel. Ring those bells so you know when we're doing these surprise ones on weekends or maybe even during the week. We may do a surprise one on my channel too during the week. For those of you that don't know, Rob's going to be sitting in on some of my live shows, helping me out. He's going to be an asset to helping this old guy out, keep in touch with chat and stuff. So that's one of the things when you're a live streamer and you got a lot of people in chat, it's kind of hard to keep track of what the guest is talking about and what's going on in chat and private messages and insults coming from Chad and Dockery. It's right. It's a lot to handle during a live show. A lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes. All right. I think we gave him plenty of time. What do you think, Lyle?
I think so, buddy.
I know Troy was getting ready to head out and do some stuff, so we want to make sure that we get him in here. Okay, I'm copying. I got all the names from chat, so if you haven't spoke up, I apologize. We're going to enter them into our little magic box here. And why don't we let Rob pick a number 1 to 5 today?
Absolutely.
Rob, pick a number 1 through 5.
Let's do 5, Mark.
You would, wouldn't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. James Dockery fishing.
How about that?
James, congratulations.
Oh, it's scary, isn't it?
Let's see what he has to say for himself. We know how to get in touch with it. We know where to send those, right to Katie.
Yes. 100%. He said pass.
Oh, okay. I'll random it. How many? Okay, pick a number 1 to 5. Let's do this again. Rob?
2.
2. That's a little better. 1.
James.
2. Ha, Lyle, you won.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay. Pick another number, 1 to 5. You know, I actually won the first time I'd spend it. So pick another number, 1 to 5. Rob?
1.
He must have won.
1.
Ohioan for life, 42.
Just send us
Ohioan, congratulations. Ohioan, are you on Facebook? If not, let us know in the chat, and we'll tell you how to get a hold of Lyle so he knows where to send those jigs to.
Actually, either send me a message to Panfish Weekly on Facebook or send it to panfishweeklytv at gmail.com.
Okay, so yeah, go to Here, we'll post the Panfish Weekly group. You can get a hold of Lyle through there, right, Lyle?
Absolutely.
I believe I have the link here in my list.
Send me your shipping address, and we'll just get them right out. Probably be Monday. Well, I know it'll be Monday now, but
yeah.
The cringe face at 5 was perfect. I'm not sure what that's all about, but hey,
it's because of my cringe face. That's why she revels in my sorrow.
I had James was wanting to pop back in here for something. James, I'm not sure why.
Do we need to? Is it advisable?
Not really. I'm kind of.
Maybe we should let Rob make the decision.
Yeah, let's have him in here.
He's got the link, so if he wants to jump in here, I can always time him out.
This is true.
You know what I mean.
I do.
Yeah, you've done it many times.
Maybe he's going to apologize.
You never know about it.
Really?
Don't-
Are you guys going to stick with that?
What was that?
Rob said maybe he's going to apologize. And I was like, really?
Oh, no. He said after the show. After the show.
Oh, after the show. Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Okay.
Well, Craig, congratulations, Ohio. That's pretty cool
Absolutely.
stuff. It's always nice to get jigs from somebody.
Yeah. We appreciate everybody watching. I know this is almost 3 hours again.
Really, time flies.
I don't normally do extended stuff like that, but if everybody's having a good time, who am I to judge?
This isn't necessarily a show. This is just another one of those hangouts that people have
Yeah,
been having.
shows. I try to keep shows to an hour, but yeah, we just fill them and give them away. I mean, who doesn't like that? I tell you who don't. James Dockery.
Yeah, because he passed. He didn't even want your jigs, Lyle. Can you tell the disdain from him? Oh my goodness!
It's just like he hates me.
Must be all the stuff he does to you.
I know, he's just mean. Chad's no better.
Dan's Creations is saying that Mid-South and Dan, that neither of them would win. I apologize, guys, but I skipped a bunch of them where it was either a mod or whatever. And after I hit that fifth one, it was James Docker. I had to make the announcement.
We have we do have a rule about mods and family members and stuff. You know, they shouldn't win prizes. That should go to, because if they want one, I'd probably give it to them anyhow. So,
very true. I'm the same way.
I was glad James passed on that. I knew that he would. He's got.
I knew he would too. I just thought it'd be funny to announce in the chat. To be honest with you, so
as grumpy as he is, he's got a heart of gold, and the things he does for those kids and things is things that we should all do more of. But and maybe someday some of us will, but. He does it now when it means the most to a lot of them. So, him and Katie are wonderful at that.
Pro staffers are already winners, Dockery.
Yeah.
It would be a shame to tear that.
Come again, Rob? We're going to try and tweak Rob's connection up here in the next week. We'll see if we can't get his camera settings set up right, and maybe get you a cheap headset to use. That sometimes helps.
Mm-hmm.
But I think yours is Rob. I think yours is a bandwidth thing. So we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Betty says she's not passing on the black horse rod that you're going to win, Lyle. That she's going to win. Nope.
Yeah. I'm going to give one away when we reach 5,000 subs on Catfish Weekly's YouTube page, when we reach 10,000 on the Facebook page, which that ain't very far off.
They're adding up quick. That's way better. What'd you do, Rob?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Okay, because it's like clear as a bell again, and I can hear and see you.
It's just coming and going. I'm not sure what's going on with it.
I'll tell you what's going on with it. You got too many kids in your neighborhood playing games and playing at night.
That could be too.
Probably.
Well, listen, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. Thank you all for watching Panfish Weekly. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes and stuff. It means a lot to us. And if you want to see more of this, leave us a message and tell us that you do. And because we do this for you guys, we do it for ourselves too. But if you guys are enjoying it, then we're going to keep doing it. We're not going to do these every Saturday night, but we're going to do a lot of them just because we don't have nothing else to do till the fish start biting. But at some point, it's going to end. So if you like it, just drop us a message and let us know. We'll see everybody Monday night. Thanks.
Good night, everybody. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Lyle.
Thanks, Mark.